The formal announcement's been made. Ryan Silverfield is the new head coach at Arkansas, 50-25, including 29 wins over the last 3 years at Memphis. He's beaten the last 4 Power 4 teams he's played, including Arkansas earlier this year. And Coach is joining us now here on the Chuck and Bo Show. Coach, welcome to Arkansas. Thanks for hopping on with us this morning.
Welcome, Coach. Thank you.
Man, I appreciate it. Couldn't be more fired up to be on with you guys, and it's been a whirlwind, and it's been a blessing, and so damn excited to get this thing started.
Coach, what do these first few days look like to try to get things headed in the right direction as you enter the job?
Yeah, listen, no rest for the weary. We've been hitting the grindstone the minute I landed, even the minute I signed that contract. It's been full-blown press. We're going to put together one of the best signing classes in Arkansas history, and we're going to be able to do that in a 3-day period. I think the fans are going to be blown away by the type of young men that we're going to get to come here, the type of character and the type of players to get this place back to where it needs to be. So it's been nonstop high school recruiting. Already had a great team meeting with the young men here. Listen, they're yearning to win. They deserve to win. It's my job and our staff's job to show them how to do it and put them in the right place with the correct structure. So team meeting, I'm going to be meeting with players all day. The current roster, I've been watching practice film of these guys, some of these guys that haven't played, to see what this thing looks like, building the roster, building out the staff, and ultimately putting together an entire program that's going to make this great state so damn proud.
Coach, we obviously saw your team in September. Pretty good that day. What's the identity of a Ryan Silverfield team? What are the hallmarks of your program?
Yeah, it's always got to start with, a physical football team. In the SEC, you can't be soft mentally or physically. Every time we line up, people are going to say, man, those guys play really hard. And I think you guys, Arkansas fans, got to see that when we had the chance to line up in Memphis. But ultimately, listen, a bunch of dudes that love football, they're going to be flying around, that are passionate to play the game the right way. We're going to put up points, right? It's been kind of a hallmark of what we've been able to do the last 10 years. We're going to keep my offense intact, and that's what we're going to run here. We know what we got to do defensively, continue to step things up. We're going to fly around. We're going to be attacking in everything we do. We're going to have a smart football team. Just watching some of those things, we got a lot to improve upon. But here's the deal. People are going to sit in the stands. People are going to put us on TV and say, holy smokes, that's what Arkansas football should look like. That's what it's all about. Man, we've been waiting for that. And listen, they won't allow us to go kick off the season opener right now. But if I had my druthers, man, we'd be teaching plays on the sideline and drawing plays up in the grass, and let's go.
Hey, you mentioned you met with a team, and a lot of us saw the video of that. In the transfer portal era, how do the young men you visited with last night, how did they figure into your plans as you try to put this thing together and get it off the ground?
Well, it always starts with the current roster, right? Listen, I was fortunate enough to coach in the NFL for 7 years, so this roster building, this whole world that we're entering, as everybody says, this NFL model, this free agency model, is it starts with, okay, let's retain the guys that we think can help us win championships here. And I know we've got plenty of talent on this roster. I also know there's work to be done. And so there's no knock on what has occurred here. It's my job to get this thing fixed, and we will. So, it starts ultimately, hey, is this kid the right fit for what we want to do schematically? Is this kid the right fit for what we want to do from a culture standpoint? And then, look, when it's all said and done, do those pieces meet what we want to get done here day in and day out? And so not only just watching the film, but sitting down face-to-face, eye-to-eye with these guys and saying, okay, ultimately, what do you want? Here's what I want. Does it make sense? And if it does, we'll retain quite a bit of the roster because I think the guys are excited. In fact, I've known probably, a third of this roster from having recruited them. A lot of them had been on that campus out in Tennessee where I used to be. And, I've had relationships with a lot of these guys. So some familiar faces. But listen, we're going to find the best fit in the pieces as we move along. And we know we're going to have to be aggressive, not only in high school recruiting, but when the portal window opens up in January.
Arkansas head football coach Ryan Silverfield with us. Coach, I know you know some history of Arkansas, and Arkansas's never won an SEC championship. They've had some great years. They've been in SEC championship games. They've had a 10-win season, but to a lot of fans, that feels like a distant memory. When you talk championships, I think people hear that, and then they think, well, can we ever do that? And I wonder what you see in the Arkansas opportunity that makes you so excited about this job?
Yeah. Listen, I was very fortunate, even over the last few years, and it's again credit to the great people of Memphis that the players that poured in. That there was other opportunities for head coaching jobs throughout this country, and I've always admired this job. I think it's obviously a premier job in the country. I think it's the best job in the country. The people of this great state love it, and it couldn't be more thrilled. So when this opportunity was presented, it was a no-brainer. Ultimately, the chance to be here and to develop the talent. But listen, the fans deserve winning, and this is not one of those things. Yes, you have to build a program. Yes, you have to build a roster, but it can be done quickly. This is not one of those we're going to sit here and say, hey, guys, hey, give me 3 years and we're going to get this thing turned around. No, we're going to do that right now. Okay, there's no waiting around. I don't want Hawk fans to sit there and say, okay. Now, don't get me wrong. We're going to develop a lot of great high school talent, especially a local talent that we're going to keep in this state. But look, when it's all said and done, the goal is to win SEC championships and to compete and to get to the playoffs and do those things at a high level. There's so many resources here. And I always say this, it starts with the great fans here. I mean, they're so passionate about football. That's our number one tool in recruiting. And then, listen, we'll develop these guys. We'll get them the right way and retain them. And listen, before too long, we'll be competing for championships. I can promise you that.
I know football's football, right? You got to block and you got to tackle. But I think different environments for different states, different areas, maybe create a little bit of a different opportunity the way you actually kind of described it there. What do you have to do to win at Arkansas? You don't have the biggest state. You don't have the biggest recruiting base, so to speak. I know the portal's changed all that. But from what you were build on what you were talking about, what do you have to do to win at Arkansas?
For sure. It's going to start with developing talent, right? I think when it's all said and done, 28 years ago when I first got started in this profession, there was no transfer portal, there was no NIL, there was no rev share, even so much so when I first became a head coach. And so to this day and age, you still have to coach, you still have to develop, you still have to build young men the right way. And so here we're going to bring in the right type of guys that we're going to be able to develop, that we're going to be able to get to buy into the culture. We're going to have to outcoach a lot of people. But listen, the cupboard's not bare, right? We got a lot of great players on this roster. We got players in the state. We got a lot of people that are already excited on other rosters to come here and be a part of this thing. So listen, it's going to start with developing the talent and then going out there and playing harder than everybody else, out-coaching everybody else. And when it's all said and done, we'll have a winning product.
One of the realities, Coach, is resources in this day and age. Do you feel like that you've got what you need?
Hell yes. And guess what? We absolutely do. We've got more than enough. If there's something I need, I'm going to be knocking down doors all throughout. So people of Arkansas, if they randomly see me, I'm not selling encyclopedias. I'm knocking down doors and not just selling season tickets, but let's go. We got to find them. If we need a little bit more, we're going to go find it. But listen, this place has everything we need, and there's going to things that we've already changed. I was walking through the building last night. The lovely employees here they're going to be burning the midnight oil. There's things that we're already going to get changed as quickly as possible that we can get done in the building, and I already have some ideas on the way we're going to structure things from a practice standpoint, all those things to give us an advantage. But we've got the resources. Obviously, there's so many people that support and love the Razorbacks. And listen, I think that's just going to, as continue people to get to meet me, the staff, and these players, I think that passion is going to get ignited again, and people are going to be really damn excited about what we're going to do.
You talked, Coach, about how quickly you're going to move here. What about staff? How much staff have you brought with you? Do you have with you? I mean, I know sometimes when you take a new job, it's maybe you and one person trying to figure it all out for a few days. What's that process look like? When do you think things will be put together for you?
Yeah, listen, there's obviously a lot of things going on behind closed doors, and a lot of things are being put together behind the curtains. So we're going to have a lot of the staff in place. My guess is within a week. There's people that are excited and that are jumping at the bit. You can imagine. It was pretty interesting. I even told Hunter, you guys remember that when that fake news broke about a month ago that from some random fan that I had already accepted the job and, was resigning from Memphis the next day. And the number of coaches, the number of people that said, I want to join you. And I was like, well, man, I can already tell this is when this thing does get offered. we're going to be able to put together one of the best staffs in the country. The staff is going to be something that the fans are going to love. They're going to appreciate. They're going to love this community. They're going to give back. They're going to be Arkansas people. And one of the things I think is going to be so fun is, a year from now, you guys are going to sit here and say, man, did you guys all grow up in Fayetteville? Did you guys all play at Arkansas? Like, you guys are so passionate about this thing. And the people that are going to love to be here, they're going to work their tail off to put on the product that fans so well deserve.
I do got to ask you before you get out of here, when a graphic like that comes up, and I mean, it looks so real. I mean,
Wild.
Did your wife call you? Did you have to call home and say, no, that's not really true?
It was unique, right? And so we were 24 hours, probably 28 hours from kickoff of a game, and my cell phone, listen, it's pretty hectic for a head coach. And then all of a sudden I was like, man, 120 text messages on 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the day before games, something's up. I was like, I hope everything's okay. And so I looked down at it, and I'm getting texts from general managers in the NFL, from coaches saying, I can't wait to join your staff. And I was like, man, it's all fake. And then my wife was getting blown up. And so I didn't think anything of it. And then I go into the team meeting the next morning, and my staff's like, listen, coach, you've got to address this. I'm like, guys, nothing's real. But it's part of it. And we had some distraught players, which is a good thing. That means maybe they care about me and they want me to stay around. But it was unusual. I've never had to address leaving for a job literally 7 hours before kickoff. No excuses, no explanations. Listen, it all came to fruition. Sometimes maybe someone put that out there just to go ahead and get it out there in the universe. But, man, we couldn't be more thrilled that it's tried and true, and we're here and getting to work.
No fake news here. This is the real deal. It's happening, and Ryan Silverfield is the new Arkansas coach. Hey, Coach, we saw that video of Katie, your wife, and your twin daughters. You guys all looked excited.
Yeah, listen, it's this is not a move where we're just like, okay, now this is a lifetime move, right? My girls, we're going to raise them. My family here in Fayetteville, we couldn't be more thrilled. Everybody talks about the great people of Arkansas, which I've known, right? I've recruited this state. I've been through here. The passion, the love, and the support we've already received has been fantastic. The fans are the best. I can't wait. If I wasn't behind a desk all day making recruiting calls and putting together this thing and watching players, I'd be out shaking hands throughout this great city and in this community. But I'll be out soon enough, and I cannot wait to meet. I want to meet all 5 million Razorback fans, and I want to shake everybody's hand and look them in the eye and tell them they're going to get my best. But, Katie and I and those twin girls, they'll be calling the Hogs here before too long.
Well, Coach, we wish you the best. We'll talk soon. I know Chuck and I will be seeing you throughout the week, but thanks for making time for us today.
Thank you, Coach.
Absolutely, guys. Thanks so much. Go Hawks.
Thank you. Ryan Silverfield, Arkansas's new head coach on the Chuck and Bo Show. We'll come back and react to that